This is the calm before the storm, before the surge. And when it comes, and it will come, never will so many ask so much of so few.
Mackenzie, he's gone into coma. I need some answers. Mortality rate, anti-serum?
There is no anti-serum, Doctor. The bacteria seems to spread by aerogenic droplet transmission. I estimate it has an infection rate of some 60%. The first symptoms are those of a common cold. Sinus irritation, a sore throat.
That's it? That's all you know?
That's all, Doctor. I don't have to tell you what we're up against.
What you're up against? I may be the only doctor for 1,000 potential plague victims if I haven't already cut it myself.
That's exactly why it's important to contain the disease now. And why you'll all be heading for an isolation facility in Poland, where you'll get the very best...
In the meantime, what do you intend I fight it with, Colonel? Aspirin? Now, I want medical supplies. Doctors, nurses, drugs.
All right, Doctor, you'll get them. The entire train will be completely sealed at Nuremberg. You'll get your medical team there.
What good is all our modern life-saving equipment and all our hospitals? As far as that child's concerned, we might just as well be back in the days when medicine was groping blindly. Those things were expected then, but now, for all our knowledge, we're unable to add up a group of symptoms to mean anything. Symptoms are warnings. What are they trying to tell us?
Ben, suppose we were in those medieval days again, when plagues wiped out whole cities. Before X-ray, vaccines, anesthesia, the symptoms were headache, backache, fever, and rash. What would they have blamed?
Smallpox.
Things like I feel about tests. This is going to go away without a vaccine. It's going to go away, and we're not going to see it again, hopefully, after a period of time. You may have some flare-ups, and I guess, I would expect that. Sometime in the fall, you'll have flare-ups, maybe. Maybe not, but according to what a lot of people say, you probably will. We'll be able to put them out. You may have some flare-ups next year, but eventually it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. There are some viruses and flus that came and they went for a vaccine. They never found the vaccine and they disappeared. They've never shown up again. They die too, like everything else. They die too. And so whether we do or not, I think great progress is being made by Johnson & Johnson.
Combined. In the United States alone, the outbreak came in the midst of World War I, and the flu would actually kill more troops than combat. The flu of 1918 was so deadly it killed more Americans than World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. Yet Spanish flu is horrible.
All other retail outlets are to put in place physical distancing. All theatres, clubs, gyms, leisure centres, hairdressers, betting shops, marts, markets, casinos, bingo halls, libraries, and similar outlets to close. All cafes and restaurants to provide just takeaway food or delivery and bring in physical distancing measures for queues. All household contacts of a suspect case, a person waiting for a test or result, should restrict movement until the test comes back negative or for 14 days. Do not organize or attend gatherings outdoors of more than 4 people unless you're from the same household. Avoid all crowded places, including public amenities. If it's crowded, turn around and go elsewhere. All social, indoor, outdoor events, like parties or weddings of any size, are not to take place. All playgrounds and holiday caravan parks to close.
I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. This was a blessing in disguise. I caught it. I heard about this drug. I said, let me take it. It was my suggestion. I said, let me take it. And it was incredible the way it worked. Incredible. I want to get for you what I got, and I'm going to make it free.
I'm very concerned, Eve, about the direction that we're going with vaccinations at the moment. We're adding more and more vaccines to our schedules. Often in some countries they're becoming compulsory, as I believe that is the case in France. And some of these diseases we're vaccinating against now actually are really very mild or almost impossible to contract. Let's be clear, vaccines can save lives, there's no question about that. But also all vaccines have side effects. And the side effects of vaccines has unfortunately been downplayed by the establishment in order to encourage and promote uptake. Now that has led some parents, quite understandably, to question.